Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to talk about the papillary muscle, structure and function of the papillary muscle, the cordia tendini, the moderator band and trabecula corni. Okay. In this class, I will explain in a big detail the papillary muscle, function of the papillary muscle, location of the papillary muscle, attachment of the papillary muscle, mechanism of action of the papillary muscle, mechanism of action of the choroid tendi, what is moderator band, what is trabecular cornea. Okay, so let's start. Let's start my danger class. Okay, this is my heart, as you can see here. This is my heart. This is not your heart. This is my danger heart. Okay, this is the cut section of my danger heart. In the previous class, we have already explained the physioanatomy of the heart in a very big detail. But here in this class, I will explain the papillary muscle in a very big detail, in a clearful detail. Okay, so as we know that heart consists of four chambers: the right atrium, the left atrium, the right ventricle, the left ventricle. Okay, the right atrium and the left atrium collect the blood. This one collect the oxygenated blood from the lung, and this one collect the deoxygenated blood from all part of the body, and then by the contraction these blood fall down to the ventricle, and after the contraction of the ventricles the blood from the left ventricle is go to all part of the body. There is go oxygenated blood to all part of the body, and there the deoxygenated blood is go to the lung for the oxygenation, and then the oxygenated blood is returned. Okay, and again pushed. Okay, so this is the main function of the heart. As we know that, what is the papillary muscle? As we know that heart is a pumping organ which is enclosed by a protective layer which is called pericardium. Pericardium is the outermost layer. Inside of the pericardium there present cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle, as you can see here, these ridges are called the cardiac muscle. This one, these ridges and this ridge are called the cardiac muscle. Okay, so the cardiac muscle is the actual part of the human heart which help in the contraction and the relaxation of the heart in order to collect the blood and to pump the blood. Okay, so this is the main function of the cardiac muscle. The ridges, as you can see here, the ridges there are of three types of ridges here. One types of ridges, as you can see here, suppose this one ridge, as you can see here, suppose this single ridge, or this single ridge. This is ridge number 1, this is ridge number 2, this is ridge number 2, and this is the ridge number 3. Okay, so three types of ridges of cardiac muscle are present in the heart. Okay, suppose this is the atrium, this is the ventricular chamber. Okay, these are the ridges, okay. Some of the ridges, all these ridges is called, where is my another page, all these ridges is called trabecular corni. Okay, but this ridge is called trabecular corni, and trabecular corni is further divided into three types of ridges. These ridges as start from one side and stopped here. Okay, another types of ridges which like this one, suppose this is this is called the moderator band. This one ridges start from one point and attach to another point. This start from one point and attach to the other point. Okay, this QT is the ventricular QT. This is called the moderator band. The moderator band, as you can see here, 3 number moderator band. Moderator band is that type of the trabecular corni, which start from one point from one side and next to another side. Another ridge which is called the papillary muscle. This ridge starts from one point and, as you can see here, do not attach to the other point of the heart. Okay, but this muscle is attached to the tricuspid wall and to the bicuspid wall here by a specific type of tendon which is called the cordia tendon. What is cordia tendon? Cordia tendon is a types of tendon which attach the tip. This is the tip of the papillary muscle. This is the base of the papillary muscle. This is the tip. This is the body. Okay, which attach the tip of the papillary muscle to the tricuspid wall. Tricuspid wall. Okay, so this is the ridge number 3. Ridge number 1, ridge number 2, and ridge number 3, which is pulley across from one side to another side, from the interventricular septum to the inferior wall. Okay, so what is the main point? What is the main point? What is the main function of the papillary muscle? What is tricuspid wall? Tricuspid wall, which is already explained in the previous class. Tricuspid wall is a wall which consists of 3 plates, and a bicuspid wall is a wall which consists of 2 plates. This is the bicuspid wall. There is a tricuspid wall. Okay, as you can see here, this is the tricuspid wall. This is the tricuspid wall. Suppose when I zoom only the aortic wall here. Aortic wall is also a tricuspid wall which have 3 plates. Okay, there the wall is present here just like this one. Okay, the tricuspid wall. It consists of 3 plates. Plate number 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one. The function of the wall, the main function of the wall is that it allow only one direction flow. It allow the flow of blood from this point up to this point, from the atrium to the ventricle, from the atrium to the ventricle. And there the function of the wall is that this is the bicuspid. This is the 2 plate wall. This one and this one is the 2 plate wall, while this one and this one, the aortic wall, is the 3 plate wall. Okay, the function of the wall is that to allow the blood to flow in the forward direction and to prevent the backward flow. Okay, it is just like this one. There, suppose this wall, the pulmonary wall is such like in this direction. Okay, in this direction, when this part contract, the wall is open. The wall is open. The wall is open. The wall is open, and the direction, the blood flow in this direction. Okay, so but by the repelling of the blood, the wall is against closed. Okay, so it allow one direction flow. Okay, so this is the bicuspid wall. The tricuspid wall is, this is the plate number 1. This is the plate number 1. This is the plate number 2, and here is the plate number 3. Okay, so here is the tricuspid wall. So the main function of the papillary wall is that the papillary muscle. The main function of the papillary muscle is that it prevent the overbulging, because when the ventricle contract, this is the very thick wall chamber. When the ventricle contract with a great pressure, then the blood is moved in this direction. There the blood is strict all this area. Blood is strict all this area. Okay, but the function of the papillary muscle is to sorry again, the function of the papillary muscle. Suppose I consider this one the bicuspid wall for easy understanding. This is the bicuspid wall. There is this one. The pencil is the cordia tendini. Okay, so this is present in just like this one. The blood is piled down, and it prevent during the contraction of the ventricle, during the contraction of the atrium. The wall is closed. When the atrium contract, the wall is open, and the blood is flow downward. When the atrium contract, then due to pressure of the blood in the atrium, the open wall is closed. This open closed because of the pressure. Okay, so there the pressure is very more. So during the very strong pressure, there is a chance for the plate. This is plate number 1, plate number 2. There is a chance for these 2 plates to bulge, to over bulge to the atrium. So in order to prevent the over bulging, the overbulging from the of the labes to the ventricle. There present a muscle which is called papillary muscle. Papillary muscle contract. When a papillary muscle contract, okay, this is the caudate. This is the tendon. There is the papillary muscle. The papillary muscle contract during the contraction of the ventricle. The papillary muscle also contract downward. There the ventricle contract upward. The papillary muscle contract downward in order to prevent the over bulging, the outward bulging of the septum of the bicuspid wall. Okay, so it prevent the over bulging, the outward bulging of the septum. Okay, so this is the main function. This is the main function of the papillary muscle. It prevent the outward bulging of the labes here. Okay, there are three papillary muscle because there are three bands. There are three flaps. One flap is attached to each caudate tendon. Okay, there are two flaps because there are two papillary muscle because there are two flaps. Okay, there the papillary muscle is thick and there the papillary muscle is thin. It is because this area is thick and this area is thin. So this area is strongly pushed upward. Strongly this area, the thick wall, because the function of the left ventricle is to pump the blood to all part of the body. So this area contract more strongly, while this area contract least with a least force because the function of the right ventricle is that it only transfer the blood to us to the lung. This is a small area. This is the about some millimeter area. Okay, so in order to carry the blood from this point to the lung for the oxygenation. Okay, so it require least effort. It require more effort. Okay, in order to distribute the blood all over the body. So the nature produce the papillary muscle strongly in order to strongly contract the flap of the bicuspid wall, and there because there the pressure is more, there the contraction of the papillary muscle is also more. Nature produce this one mechanism. There the pressure is least, the nature produce 10 papillary muscle, so it prevent the backward flow of the flaps by the least pressure of the papillary muscle.